I'm going to read a poem from my collection. It is called Lottery, and I've dedicated it to my grandparents. Lottery. Perhaps this is what purgatory looks like. You surrender yourself at the airport, maybe, by saying, I am a refugee seeking asylum. You are told that in order to stay, you must first overstay. You are coerced to break a law in order to seek protection. The hard faces and unfeeling eyes, without a common language or iota of empathy, tell you to go back to where you came from, but you can't. There is nothing for you there but flames and drone strikes. You may have friends who have been forcibly disappeared, bodies never found. You have seen the curve of your brother's body being shot in broad daylight, folding like a question mark, as if to ask if the world even cares about your story. You try to form the words that convey your truth, but people don't want to hear it, not here. It is more convenient to blame you for daring to exist. Your body is hyper-visible but dehumanized in the reading down of judgments or black letters of legislation written by men and women from the comfort of sleek air-conditioned rooms with a sea view who cannot see you and never envision you as a person. You have done nothing wrong, and yet you are an all too convenient diversion from the real problems at hand. In this crowded, reclaimed landscape, the jagged buildings are like the uncountable bars of a jail cell. Your passport is confiscated by authorities, and you cannot move forward, only backward, handcuffed to the aeroplane seat. You've heard stories about the ones they send back, and pray each day it will not be you. Or, if you languish here, your children who are born to the Bohemia flag and learn its languages and customs, calling no other place home, will never have legal status. You live without an income and rely on the kindness of strangers to ensure your descendants are educated for their own uncertain future. You always hear furious questions about why you chose to come here, as if there is a choice between a death rattle and purgatory. The blackened streets ooze with inertia, a dominant population unaware of their privilege, to not be drafted at random in this generation, to not have to demand asylum and put their lives in another person's hands. They have forgotten how grandfather and grandmother arrived here. The subdivided flats and subdivisions of identity mean they will never call themselves the sons and daughters of asylum seekers. But the blood in their veins is of the people who managed to steal away in the middle of the night, across borders, swimming oceans and traversing countries in the hopes of witnessing another daybreak. They have more in common with you than they would ever admit. They have merely won a lottery of birth and no more.